In this video, we talked to a gentleman who was at the #1 team at the #1 Remax office in all of Canada. They just came over to EXP with us, and we asked him, well, why'd you do that? So if you want to know the answer to that question, stay tuned because we're getting after it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, real quick, if this is your first time watching one of our videos, I want to welcome you to the community. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. and if you are a real estate agent looking to double your business, well, this is a channel that helps you do that. So go ahead and subscribe right now and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn about the latest strategies that are working the best in today's market. I'm also helping a ton of top brokers, team leaders, and other agents partner with us at EXP, and we're having an absolute blast doing it. So listen, I'm an open book. So if you want to get a hold of me, just shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a call below, and I've got your back when making the move to EXP. But without further ado, let's get over to the interview with Shane. All right, we are officially live. I'm actually really excited about this one because Shane, you have a pretty unique perspective on EXP, I think, and we'll get into your story a little bit and what I mean when I say that. But first of all, how are you doing today, Shane?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm really excited to be here. I'm so glad you invited me to do this. I've been really looking forward to it all week.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. And just a little intro for those of you who don't know who Shane is. Mr. Shane Voth is in the Calgary market, actually is the #1 infill team in Calgary. And for Shane, for the people who don't know what infills are, break us down. What are you doing out there in Calgary?
All right. Well, big thing to do in Calgary is around the inner city core. They take the larger old bungalow homes, they tear them down. They build 2, sometimes 4 homes on that lot. My big role in this is I help find builders land that they can build on, and then market the new homes that they build on those properties. Nice thing with that kind of business is, well, it kind of turns into 3 deals for you, right? You sell 1 house, They tear it down, you get 2 sales out of it. It was a good way to not only double, but triple your income, I guess.
Yeah, very cool. And so I know, were you doing the same thing in Kelowna?
Kelowna didn't really get into that infill market. There's only a few places that I've actually seen where infills are really popular. I think Nashville is a place that does it. Calgary's really big on it. There's just not a lot of land, and Calgary kind of sprawled way out. So they started building over top of the older homes and putting up 2, 4, even more properties onto the one lot here.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's talk about EXP. That's what people who are tuning in, they want to know what EXP is all about. So when you did decide to make the move to EXP, share about maybe the time that you first heard about it until the time that you came over. Did that happen instantly or did it kind of take a while? Walk us through the story.
You know what? It feels like instantly now. It was start of December. I know business partner Brad looked at each other like, we're never going to EXP. I'm never leaving Remax. And I tell you, it took about 2 weeks from then. And I was like, how soon can we get all our marketing changed? How soon can we be moved over? It went really quickly. Once the opportunity was explained correctly to me, and I think that's something that people are getting better at is explaining, the real opportunities that EXP brings and the advantages of being with it. And once we learned that, it was like, don't hold me back. I want to be over here, and I want everyone to look at the same opportunity. I think that's a big thing I've noticed is, it's this mindset of everyone's, the abundance mindset, right? Not everyone's competition. It's, man, the more we do together, the better we are as an organization, and there's just so much help to go around.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's one of the things that got me when I first came over here was just the collaboration, and it's kind of a funny word to throw out because, in real, like, listen, I'm the kind of guy.
Realtors don't collaborate. Like, what are you talking
exactly.
about, right? Like,
I'm going to tell you how it really is. I don't care what you think. And so, but in reality, somewhere else, the guy who's in the same office as you, he doesn't really want to give you every secret that he's got because you're kind of his competition, right? And so um, here, Charlie Munger had a great quote. Warren Buffett's mentor. He said, "Show me the incentive, and I'll show you the outcome." And so when the interests are aligned, you know, the incentive or the outcome is different, right? And so that's what we're seeing at EXP with that collaboration piece. But man, what was the most attractive thing about EXP to you?
Well, a big thing was it gives us an ability. I like mentoring people. I did run a team. I was on, was a leading member of the number one team, the number one Remax. I like that role of leadership. Sometimes in real estate, it's hard to have that role and be selling. I found with EXP there was an opportunity to do both, which was really lacking at the last brokerage. Just being able to help everyone else. That was a big thing for me. And honestly, it's an exciting brokerage. They're cutting edge. I'm big into technology. Always want the newest devices, newest software. I see them pushing the envelope with that, and that really dragged me over.
Awesome. And so I know you spoke briefly about helping run that team, and we mentioned it about Kelowna.
Yeah.
You talked a little bit. We talked a little bit yesterday about how you enjoy helping people in that EXP. What you mentioned was that they get to keep the lion's share of what, like you're not training your best competitor once they leave, right? It's talk about that, how that works.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Like I love a team, but honestly, a lot of times on a team, the team has to take a big cut of the guy's paycheck, and you're really training them so that a year or two down the road, now they have the tools and they're like, "See ya, I'm out. Thanks for all the hard work, all the investment you put into me, but I'm going to go do this and keep more for myself." And that's fine. That's what they could do. But EXP's model allows you to do all that mentoring. The guy keeps getting the same paycheck as if he was not on a team, and he gets all the advantages of being on a team. And you know what? When that happens, 2 years of investment into them, they're going to stay. They're going to keep going with you. That's something I just haven't seen in the industry other than EXP, and I love that idea of that you're putting work in, you're helping someone, and you know that they're going to be around for a long time. They're going to be successful, and you're both going to grow because of that hard work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. One value proposition that you guys have is the double your income coaching. I know you focus a lot on the FISBO stuff. That's where the infills kind of come from, right? But
Yeah.
what is double your income coaching?
Well, double your income coaching, it's a platform that it gives people a chance to. Everyone wants to run their own real estate business the way they want to run it, right? What it allows is there's lots of different activities to be doing as a realtor. This teaches them how to do them. We're not telling you have to do this, this, and this only. It's, what, if you want to do for sale by owners, what, we have the tools. We know how to get the deals done. What, if that's not your jam, you want to work on landlords or you want to work on internet leads, what, we have a coach that specializes in each one of those. They can pick and choose which ones are going to work for them. And the thing is, we know they work if you put the time in. So many realtors, they go to do a FISBO, the guy yells at them. They're like, "I'm never doing this again." Then, then they run away and they never call another one. Well, we know they work, especially if you have the right tools out of the gate. You're not going to get scared because you know what? You have what it takes to get deals done with them. And then when you first get that paycheck and you realize the majority of for sale by owners end up selling with a realtor, and you know what? You can be that realtor. You just got to have the tools. But like I said, double your income coaching allows them to pick and choose. And you know what? Best part about it, there's no extra cost for them.
Yeah, that's the coolest part about the EXP platform is well, on top of EXP, which you should be there anyway for a multitude of reasons. When you join Shane here, you get that as an added bonus, right? And so I know for me, myself and Jake Kinder kind of cut from the same cloth, man. We were never the smartest kids in class, but what we did do is we always found the smartest guy, found the guy who had the results, found the guy who was successful and did what they did and got very similar results, right? And so that's what I think you're talking about with you're going to give those secrets away, those tools, those processes, everything like that. And it's, you want people to copy you and what you guys
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. And I guess a big thing I love with EXP, Jordan Peterson, I know he's a bit of a controversial guy, but he was talking about how you want to be in the middle sometimes. If you're the smartest guy in a spot, well, you got nowhere to grow, right? Or if you're at the bottom, it's a tough place to be as well. EXP allows you to have people above you that have tons of experience, tons of knowledge, stuff that you can draw on. Plus, it gives you a chance to mentor people that maybe don't have as much as you. It puts you in that perfect spot of a position to be able to help people, which also helps you grow and learn from the guys that have done it before you.
I like that take on it. That's a good, just for my, it's a good paradigm to like, okay, I need to spend, I think I've heard of it said a different way, as the law of 33%. You spend 33% of your time over here with the guy smarter than you, 33 in your own kind of lane, and then, helping somebody else with that other 33, so it's good to kind of compartmentalize your time a little bit in that way and organize it that way. But yeah, cool. So what do you think about the people who say, is it too late to join EXP?
Too late. I can't. Honestly, I think we're still pretty early. I don't think we're leading edge where you're the first person in. I think we're in that perfect sweet spot where there's growth happening. There's always going to be more and more new realtors coming in, as well as people looking to make a change. No chance do I think that it's too late. I think honestly, the right time is the time that's right for you in the situation you're in. If you're finding that, I think there could be something else that can help me, then it's the time for you to make the change. It doesn't have to be the coaching, it doesn't have to be stock options, doesn't have to be, which by the way is a great feature that, I've already capped out this year, and, I'll get a bunch of stock at the end of the year. Those are things that, if maybe that's enough to get someone to realize that, man, like if I'm going to spend that much a year to be a realtor, how would I get that money back at the end of the year once I'm successful and learned all these tools? Like there's just so many things. Even if you're not into recruiting, there's so many advantages to being at EXP. Honestly, if they're not joining under me, I hope they're finding someone to take a hard look at joining under. It's such a great organization.
Yeah, I think that's very well said. I think uh, being, I think I heard a stat the other day that it's like only 10% of the agents at EXP are actually recruiting, or maybe it's they have
Yeah.
already attracted somebody, right? And so, the I love how Mark Verzal put it the other day. He said 50,000 agents can't be wrong. And so, people are coming because not because of the recruiting and the revenue share, which I understand a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth from, maybe let's call them overly excited agents, saying things that could be said in a better way. But, there's a ton of benefits to, at least when I looked. I don't know if you know this about me, Shane, but when I came on with Mike and Jay and everybody, they didn't know this, but I went to other brokerages and I was interviewing them, and I was, I knew about EXP, right? Let's call it, that's all that I knew, and so I was going there to compare. And so what I found out was, I went to, Keller Williams, obviously everybody knows them. Went to a luxury brand, went to a boutique, and in every single asset or aspect of each brokerage, EXP was beating them in the value that they were providing, right? And so, it's worth a look, like Shane is saying. And so we'll get Shane's contact info if you want to reach out to him and ask questions. But Shane, let me ask you this: where do you see yourself 5 years from today?
Well, I really hope we're able to travel again. So I hope I'm sitting in somewhere warmer. I mean, we had snow here in Calgary this week again. So, that I definitely hope I'm working from warm location. And that's one exciting thing I see with this is, having that opportunity to run a business the way you want to. I love traveling. I love going places with my family. The way that this brokerage is set up, it allows me to do that. You know what? I've built up a big infrastructure as far as builders that I work with, the way that I find them, product, but also with all the people that I'm starting to mentor, that's going to unlock more for me as well, for being able to do the things that I want to do in life, and just getting a chance to run the business the way I envision being a realtor.
I love that. Yeah, we got to get you down to Puerto Rico sometime soon, man. I think I might actually be going there soon. Mike's supposed to call me back. We're working on something, so we might have to. Well, you guys are kind of like stuck up there. I know, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's the end of April. I don't know what Mother Nature is doing. Somebody needs to get a hold of her. I don't know what's going on. My sister's in Chicago. She sent me a Snapchat this morning that it's snowing in Chicago right now too. So, anyway, yeah, we got to get you to a beach, man.
Yeah, it's overdue. I'm ready. Send me the invite.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. It's coming. So, all right, let me ask you this one final question here, Shane. If you could go back in time and knowing what you know today, give advice to 18-year-old Shane, what would you tell him?
Oh man, 18. Wow. Okay. I was hoping maybe just a couple of years ago, but 18. You know what? I guess big advice that I would give is, there's time to have fun, there's time to work hard, work for a balance right out of the gate. Don't think you have to work nonstop 24/7 because you're young, and don't also think that you got to party 24 hours a day because you're young too. Strive for that balance a little sooner. I've always been a bit more of a, you know, up and down, kind of a behavior, right? Like I'm either really up and excited or I'm down. I would tell them, you know what, there's time to accomplish things, find a good balance, find that healthy, place in your mind and in your heart, and start to enjoy your life, because, the years actually have gone by, start to go by quicker. I just hit 40 this year. Not that it's a big difference from 39, but I don't know, that number, I'm now in a new group for vaccinations here in Canada. My wife can't get one and I can, and she's like, man, you're old, Shane. You got so just find that balance a little sooner if I could have.
Man, but you look great in that suit. I mean, you definitely outshowed me today. You're definitely
I can't
best
button
dressed
it up.
man.
That's why you're seeing me from here up, but it's not getting buttoned up, and the pants aren't, but I'll get there. I'll get there again.
Hey, I think you said it's the COVID pounds. You're not the only one. So, but anyway, so how would people get a hold of you, Shane, if they have questions that they want to direct your way?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely on Instagram. You can find me. It's under Shane Voth on Instagram. Also, you know what? I'm like most realtors, I'm addicted to my phone. Send me a text, 403-880-1843. I reply to my texts all the time. If you have a question, just shoot it my way. Happy to help. Just let me know who you are. If I get some random numbers, let me know where you're coming from. But I'd love to help you guys. Anyone that's got a question, wants to know what the experience is like, you want to, no nonsense, no bullshit answer, I'll give it to them.
I like that. Yeah. We are. Sounds like we're all kind of cut from the same cloth again. Telling it like it is. So
Yeah.
we'll link that in the description below for everybody. But Shane, man, thanks for taking the time to share your story. And we really appreciate that. We appreciate you coming on, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you found any value from Shane's story, please like this video. It would mean the world to us if you did that. And if you want, get in the comments below. Let us know what's the best advice that you have ever received that you might pass on to your 18-year-old self. But we appreciate you hanging out with us as always. And until next time, we'll see you on the next video.
Thanks so much. Next time it's in Puerto Rico though.
Exactly. From beachside, right by the water. That's how we'll do it. Yeah. All right, Shane. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.